Good morning, Mighty Mitchell families. Today is Wednesday, March 13th. As you may feel, it's a little darker in the room today. I'm doing my video earlier today because I have been used to going into school a little bit later every day after I do my video and check my emails, but today is a really important day because all the kindergarten, first and second grade teachers and counselors and nurse and everybody who supports kindergarten, first and second grade is coming back to Mitchell today, which is why kindergarten, first and second grade do not have virtual classes today because we are all getting ready for those who chose hybrid and are coming back on Monday. So any K-2 announcements we make, I will make again tomorrow, but it's a very exciting day. It's still a little bit dark outside, but that is well worth it to be able to see some of our family in school safely today, ready to get ready for Monday. So just a reminder to those of you who have siblings who are on today, kindergarten, first and second, do not have virtual classes today, and tomorrow will be 11:15 dismissal for K-2 and also on Friday for K-2. 3 to 8, you have a regular week this week, so that's the Wednesday half day today for 3 to 8 at 11:15 because remember it switched to Wednesdays, and tomorrow and Friday you do have a full day. But we do have some fun coming today. Today is our first versus battle, so those of you who are invited, I know Mr. Coney sent an email out to all teachers yesterday to those who had perfect attendance, and that versus battle will be today, I believe at 11 o'clock, and I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so we do have one birthday today. Happiest birthday to Allure Jacobs. Allure, you are such a beautiful spirit and we love you and we are so honored to have you as part of our Mitchell family. So thank you for being you for exactly who you are, and happiest of birthdays to Allure. So we are continuing with Women's History Month and looking at persistence. And thank you, Ms. Corbin, who shared that the 6th grade notice that the Literacy BCA kind of talked about persistence and women's history, and that was a wonderful thing to be able to link that to what we're doing in Morning Mission. So this week, our affirmation is I will persist to achieve my goals. Challenges will not stop me. I will persist to achieve my goals. So yesterday you got to do some talk moves to look at some thoughts that students in 2nd through 8th grade had on that plant growing out of concrete, and then continue their thought and add on yours. So I didn't get a chance to look at those yesterday, I have to be honest. I got my second COVID vaccine on Monday, and I was so sick yesterday from it that I had to go home early. But I will look at them today, and I'm feeling much better today. And today you're going to look at, I'm wondering if anyone has seen themselves in that plant, the plant growing out of concrete. I know I have seen times that I have been very persistent in my life, and I know that we've been modeling every day the last 2 weeks our women who have graduated from college and persisted to do that at Mitchell. So today I'm going to ask you, how does that plant remind you of you? Has there been a time, well, we all know there has been, when has there been a time that you felt really persistent, that when things were challenging, you stuck to a goal that you have? So I'm looking forward to reading about that today in your swag slide, and we will honor, in your Jamboard, and we will honor 3rd, 4th grade and Mr. Boyd's Mighty Mitchell heroes from last week in our swag slides today. So today's focus for She Persisted is our Mighty Miss Corbin in 6th grade. And we were so honored to make Miss Corbin part of our Mitchell family 2 years ago. We don't get an opportunity to welcome new staff to Mitchell very often because we're so lucky that our family of staff stays with us. So we were very happy to welcome Miss Corbin. And Miss Corbin, like many of us as educators in Philadelphia, has a relationship with Temple University. And she graduated from Temple, which we know is in Philadelphia. And she says that she chose Temple because she wanted to stay close to home. And that's a decision everyone who goes to college has to make. And there's no right or wrong decision to that. Whether you want to live at home and take the bus to school, whether you want to go to a college close to home but live at the college, or whether you want to go to a college further away from home and just visit at home when you can. One obstacle Ms. Corbin had is she took several classes that were not within her major because she originally wanted to be an archaeologist. So kind of similar to my story, she started college wanting to be an archaeologist. She took a lot of classes and then realized that she really wanted to be a teacher and then had to start over, and she didn't graduate on time. I'm very honored to have that in common with Miss Corbin, but she persisted. And she said one of the reasons Miss Corbin persisted is because her family has very high expectations about education and college. So she believed that graduating college was so important because it was so important to her and her family. So for many of you, education and graduating from high school or college is a very important tradition. And for some of you, you may be the first to graduate college. My family is very, has that. My sister graduated high school and got a wonderful job in doing administrative work and loved her career. I started college, started over, graduated late. My brother was actually really, really, really smart, and he started college early and graduated early. So every situation is different. So whether graduating from college is a tradition to you and your friends and family, or maybe you would be the first to graduate college, either way, that persistence is being modeled. Thank you, Miss Corbin, for being our Mighty Mitchell Hero Spotlight today around persistence and your college graduation. Swag slides for today from Mr. Boy. Shout out for last week to Alexis from 331 for completing all work and going above and beyond. And Alexis, I loved your quote that the plant just refused to take no for an answer. Loved it. You're my Mighty Mitchell Spotlight for the week for that quote. Favor 334 for being 6 levels ahead in her work. Charlie from 218 for having the best filters. Trayvon from 327 for being so enthusiastic. And Brooklyn in 106 for working so hard. In 3rd grade from Miss Graves, Math Stars, 217 Zayeda, 217 Andre, 216 Jean, and 216 Jade. Way to go, our Math Stars from last week in 3rd grade. And Miss Graves' Mighty Mitchell Spotlights, 227 Tanayeth for participation, 217 Santos for participation, 216 Akai for participation, and 216 Jordan for participation. Way to go, 3rd grade. From Miss Scott, Literacy Stars from last week, 216 Elijah, 216 Akai, 217 Zayeda, and 217 Santos. Way to go for being Literacy Stars last week. And her Mighty Mitchell Spotlights are 216 Amelia, 216 for excellent participation, 216 Jade for completing all assignments last week, 217 Tyler for helping classmates solve tech issues, and 217 Jasir for asking questions. So I'm running a little late on my video today. Surprise, surprise, I'm talking too much. So we'll start tomorrow's swag slides with 4th grade. Please take time to get some fresh air today. Remember to take 5 as much as needed, and remember you are loved.